Alright, I've been doing a little bit of training and ended up making Pyodramon. I ended up getting Tokomon's ability up to 81. You're probably wondering how I did that. I just trained him. I trained him, Digivolved into Patamon, de-Digivolved Patamon back to Tokomon, Digivolve, got us grinded again, get Tokomon's levels back up to Patamon, um, de-Digivolved him back to Tokomon, Digivolved to Patamon, basically just did that back and forth until the ABI was 81. Now the reason why I did that was because Tokomon has a Digivolution that actually requires it to have 80, at least 80 ABI. So I've been doing that, and I pretty much got its levels maxed out at 99. So I'll be able to obtain that form. I think that's Lucemon, because in Digimon Frontier, where Lucemon was first introduced, I'm not sure if it was a Ricky, but if it was, that was a powerful ass Ricky, and that would probably explain why it's taking so much effort just to get this form. But I'm gonna basically just set myself up to get that form. So that's why all that made Pyodramon, Stingmon, the next Vmon is going. I made a video explaining, the ABI. Just make sure that when you make Pyodramon, whichever Digimon you're using, that base ABI, add 5 to that, because that's what's going to be Pyodramon's ABI. Stingmon's ABI prior to this DNA Digivolution was 16, so I ended up, adding 5 to that, and of course it came out to be 21, which is what you're going to need to get into Imperialdramon, which is the form after Pyodramon. So just little things you got to be aware of when training Groundmon, because he has a mega form that actually requires his ABI to be higher than what it was. So make sure he was straight. Just making sure everything's good. Same thing with Seadramon, making sure his I had Mega Seadramon, but I wouldn't be able to get Metal Seadramon unless I had man, there's just a lot. So now we can finally go back and complete this. I got Impmon, I got like a lot of good Digimon from here. This is a good training spot, by the way. Like anytime you enter one of these dungeons, you want to make sure that you just stay for a while and just train. It's like a good thing, because you're going to miss out on some good Digimon if you don't do it. Let's see, look at my wall crack. Speaking of which, I'm gonna end up having to revert my Yotismon, because my Yotismon's speaking of which, before I get to him, let me do this. I need to recover. My Yotismon's ABI is too low for his mega form, so I'm gonna have to do some Digivolution, Digivolving, and de-Digivolving. There it is, our one and only Baku. From the look of it, that kid's program is merged with a wild Digimon. There's no use trying to reason here. The program's erased whatever traces were left of that Digimon's own sentience. Digimon are easily susceptible to the influence of man-made programs. It is one of the reasons why they don't consider them autonomous beings with their own sense of will. There's no getting around with this one. You're just going to have to knock some sense into it. Rasumon is that it has a 10% chance of killing anything that it attacks. So that's what that was. But I found a Digimon that has a special ability that counters that. So yeah. Okay, now that's over. Download the data and collect stuff of Baku. Once you're done, get out of there and come back to the office. So hard to believe such a little kid would do such a heinous crime like that. I'm still shocked. Heinous, I guess we'll see where you're coming from. Even if he didn't mean any harm by it, what he did was certainly broke the law. But that's all in the past now. We've exercised your account and that little stalker haunted it. The case is closed now. We'll be holding the Baku program in the meantime. If we can tune it up a bit, it can very well come in handy. But I still don't get it. Why did he go after me in the first place? Dude, neither of you really know why that boy picked on her. In other way, there's really no reason at all, except to say that it was love at first sight. He really liked you. At first, he probably just wanted to get to know you more with all his heart, but as we saw, he was less mature than he'd like to admit. He wanted to tease and mess with you so you'd pay attention to him. At his age, it's pretty much the standard mentality towards someone you like, really. Ooh, that was fun. Let me help up again sometime if anything else comes up. I think I'd be pretty cool to be a cat detective like that. A cat Digimon like that. Detective Cat Digimon. You definitely helped us back there, so my thanks, Pete. So you have my thanks, Pete. Anyway, are you still not able to actually leave the confines of the Nanako Broadway internet? Yeah, I think it has to do with how the old network protocols for the internet are. It makes it harder to transfer data around. It could be that I'm just stuck to the vacuum tube computer like how Baku was in that to that last Digimon. There's still much to be learned about Pete's. Truly is. Yeah. Why do we call Pete Pete? Well, he's a cat. He was extracted from his own little time capsule where he was frozen from sleep. Besides, open the doors and you're bound to. Do you really need a reason for it? Unlike the digital world, the real world is filled with grim things that have no real reason for being what they are. It's a simple pleasure in life that we're entitled to have as humans. Don't sweat it too much. Just kick back and enjoy. This bitch really got me going pick up beans. Why the hell did I go this way? Coffee beans, what new horror will she create? Does this shit really require a fucking cutscene? This is what I mean by having unnecessary dialogue. They could easily cut that coffee bean cutscene out. There's a poster on his wall with Yuko staring at. Nationwide B-level gourmet battle. How a restaurant becomes a culinary battleground. Grated yam ramen, tuna scrap gyoza, the famous massive frozen custard dim sum. Looks like this is what Yuko was looking at. Did I hear her mouth water over this? She did. Her mouth was definitely watering. Thanks for doing the shopping. We were waiting on you to get back. As you can see, a client has arrived. Hello. Oh, well, mouth watering. What are you talking about? This is our client. Now then, Miss Kenshiro, what matter of case brings you to us? I want you to investigate my father. Chapter 3. The search continues. Yuko Kamishiro. Chapter 5. Wow. I messed that up completely. You mean Mr. Satoru Kamishiro, the former president of Kamishiro Enterprises? Yes, he passed away last year, and it was reported to have been suicide, correct? No, that isn't true. My father would never kill himself. Sorry for that outburst. No, there's nothing to apologize for. But why do you believe he wouldn't do it? Do you have some proof that he wasn't suicidal? No, I don't. What exactly? That's exactly why I've come to you. I see, that makes sense. If you want clues, then you may want to start with Makoto Yamashina, whom I've had you investigate the other day. He was a researcher for Kamishiro until last year. He left the company around the same time my father died and he disappeared. So you believe Yamashina is connected to your father's death in some way? Yes. Even if there's no direct connection, I'm certain he must know something about my father's death. So you had us investigate Makoto Yamashina as a prelude to this case then? That was your way of testing us? Since you brought another case to us, that implies that we passed your test. I apologize, there are only a few people around me whom I can trust. I'm so very sorry for my little rules. And I hope an honest answer is proof that we earned your trust. We shall investigate your father's death. Thank you so much. Oh, please excuse me for a moment. Hello? Yes, no, that's no problem. Yes, no, I'm alone. I understand, I'll be right back. Please wait at the head office, Miss Reed. Goodbye. I'm sorry, something came up all of a sudden. So it appears, please leave the investigation to us. Thank you. This could turn out to be a really big case, so we've got to go all out and solve it. If all goes well, we could expose Kimishiro's past, along with the company's inner workings. I should ask Detective Matayoshi for his help. Let's get started on this case. I'll go over the info of Makoto Yamashiro again. While I'm doing that, I want you to back out to his home and pay him another visit. I don't know if we'll get anything new, but, well, NVNG, I guess. NVNG, No, sorry, never mind. It's nothing important. NVNG is something my father used to say a lot. It's an abbreviation. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. My father said something different, though. Something ventured, something gained. I always thought it should be abbreviated as SVNG, but it's a rather elegant, refined expression, don't you think? Do we really need to be talking about this? Well, no need to do it. I know chit chat. Yeah, thank you. Holy hell, y'all don't talk too damn much. I really have a problem with video games that do more chit chat than actual action. As you can see. Now, where the hell was I gonna go? Oh, never mind. I ain't gotta go right here. Got my level 14 yet? Nah, I got 3 more levels.